Hello everyone watching Tiffany's Project, International Superstar Moby Lee here. And I want to tell you guys something, alright? All black people don't rap. Not all black people love fried chicken and watermelon and Kool-Aid. Not all black people are thieves.
This is all our spices that we use because they say white people have bland food tastes. And we do not in this house.
Hi, my name is Hugh Pham and I'm Asian. And as an Asian, what I go through on a daily basis is our Asian stereotypes. Either when I'm at work or when I'm with my friends. So what I did was I wrote a whole list of Asian stereotypes that I go through on a daily basis. So first, my friend tell me I have small eyes, which is not true. See, I have big eyes. I have big eyes too. Never mind. My eyes can't open that big. It's genetics, okay?
The things I hear over social media are basically, typical stereotypes. Some that are like extremely harsh, or some that are just unnecessary, like how Asians can do some great in their work, or how black people don't have good credit scores, or and basically, also like how Irish are always drinking. And basically, in the internet now, especially in social media, people will always basically deliver that type of content on there. Because some people really just take everything as a joke. But to the point where like some people can't recognize that as like that's really out of hand. And I will say in this generation now, we do live in a generation where like people can take it. Some people can take jokes, but there's just some things that are just completely unnecessary. So probably we just have to keep our mouths quiet. And I feel like the more we do that, the more better play, especially a better generation of social media.
Not all black people cuss with guns in their waist, drinking 40, smoking a spliff. I don't even know what a spliff is.
I also noticed that I eat rice every day for lunch. That's true. Yeah. I eat rice twice a day, 365 days a year. My mom cooks rice with chicken, pork, beef, cow, fish, rice with rice, fried rice, rice soup. Even in barbecues, we eat rice. We eat rice with barbecue chicken. Sometimes I'm sick of rice. I want to eat like a burger or something.
Like 2 weeks away from 2015, and yet we still have prejudice, racist, stereotypical, all these kind of people that still, like, I don't know, we have this great tool called the internet, and yet nobody wants to use it to learn about all these different races, when it's actually like a beautiful thing to learn about. But in reality, we just want to be ignorant and stay thinking all these things that the media shows us, or that, I don't know, I guess it's funny, or however we want to see it.
Second, they call me cheap. Well, I wouldn't call myself cheap. I would say that I'm smart with my money. I go to Costco and I go thrift shopping a lot. And the more you save, the more stuff you can buy, which is pretty smart, right?
Hi, my name is Nick. I was asked by Tiffany Garay to talk about racial stereotypes in the media. The first one that comes to mind is how Asian Americans are always smarter than Americans, and I really don't think that that's true. While Asian and especially Japanese culture has a higher emphasis on discipline, and discipline tends to lead to higher grades, especially in America, that always doesn't qualify as being more intelligent. Not to say that some Asian Americans aren't intelligent, or that Americans aren't inherently not as intelligent, but there's still people. I don't know. I don't think they're inherently more intelligent because of where they're from or where their heritage is from.
So I grew out my beard so I could show you that I'm an Arab man, because all Arabs have beards, right? That's something that I don't really have a beard all the time, or ever actually. But hey, let me grow one out so you can think that I'm Arab.
I think people like commonly associate talking clearly and just speaking clearly so that people comprehend you, and it sounds like they say, oh, you sound like a white person, and you speak like a white person just because you know how to articulate your words. But I don't know, that's just something I hear a lot about, and it's like, I don't think race determines like how clearly you speak, and I guess there's a stereotype that African Americans like don't speak well or speak really country or whatever.
My friends noticed that I'm pretty good at math. I'm not only good at math, I'm good in physics, chemistry, biology, English. I know 3 languages, about to learn a 4th one. I play 2 instruments, which is not bad, right? I'm not good. I'm only good at math.
Another thing, let's guess what my name is. Oh, it's obviously Muhammad, right? Yeah, because every Arab's name is Muhammad. That's just how life works. Well, actually, my name is Muhammad, but that's not true. So only 20% of Arabs are Muslim, meaning out of those 20%, there's a couple Muhammads here and there, which is probably a lot because there's a lot of Arabs in the world. But in reality, not all Arabs are Muslim. There's a lot of Christian Arabs. There's even Jewish Arabs. Do you believe that? Like, wow. There's other different religions in the Arab world.
I speak proper English. When I go to other people, they're like, yo, why you talking white? Really? Talking white? So I am not allowed to speak proper English?
I think another more popular one is that a lot of black people are thugs, especially ones that like wear their pants low, or that a lot of African Americans wear their pants low for cultural reasons. I mean, they might, but that doesn't indicate any apparent thugness. I don't think is indicative of negative attributes. That's just how they imbue their culture, and I don't know why that's a problem. They're not really any more dangerous than the rest of us are just because they wear their pants low.
So what else? Don't wear turbans. Never wore a turban. Never seen a turban. I don't know who wears turbans. I'm from Egypt. When I tell people that, they go, "Oh my God, you live in a pyramid. You ride a camel to school," because that's what Egypt's all about, right? No. Never seen a camel? I probably have, but like not anywhere near where I live. Never. I've been in the pyramids, but like I don't live in a pyramid. I live in a house, so I don't understand. Like, there's no sand everywhere. We have civilization. We have people that live there. There's tourists that go there to see what it's like, but in reality, people don't think that here. They think, oh, that's a third world country. They don't have houses, they don't have apartments, they don't have businesses. They're just pyramids, camels, sand. That's it. When in reality, it's nothing like that.
I guess, you know, if the media portrays, you know, black people, I guess, in a dumb light, then I guess the people that are growing up watching that on the television or whatnot will think that's probably like what they should be or whatever, or that's the way things are. So I guess it's damaging in that aspect that it could, like, you know, be like a domino effect and like just, you know, be a negative situation.
Oh yeah, Arabs are terrorists? Like, does anybody really still think that? Mainstream media, especially, I don't think Fox really does that anymore. So, at least not lately. I mean, they think, oh no, when the Boston Massacre occurred, they were Muslim, I believe? Or no, they were white, but then it was said that they were Muslims, and that's why they bombed it. Why they bombed the Boston Marathon, which I think is absurd. I'm sure they have like any specific reason, but their religion would have really no reason for them to believe that. I mean, unless they're extremists like ISIS or Ku Klux Klan or something like that. But just because they were Muslim that's not really an explanation for what they did.
If you look at least most of like the children programming on like Disney Channel and stuff like that, like all the characters are kind of, I guess, equal to some extent. I still see like the black characters have like maybe the butt of the jokes sometimes, but most of the time it's I don't think it's as big a problem as it used to be. You know, like the old Looney Tune cartoons when they used to have like outwardly racist jokes or whatnot. But
and they also assume that I'm a bad driver, which is completely not true. I could drive. Yeah. But I still wonder why people are scared when I ask if I could be the one driving. I don't know. Maybe I drive recklessly, but no, I don't think so. No. But yeah.
Also, that women of color, especially black women, are just generally sassier, or like whatever that even means. Like just brutally honest, I guess is probably the better way of saying it. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were more open with their feelings, especially since they're not only oppressed as minorities, but also, or as black persons, but also as women. So that's like double oppression all the time. So I really wouldn't blame them if they're generally just more upfront with their feelings and we're just tired of everything that's ever going on in their lives.
What other stereotypes? Oh, so I'm not wearing a vest, right? No vest. Guess I'm not a suicide bomber. Hard to believe, right? I'm not even a terrorist whatsoever. Not at all. Even though when I do ride a plane, I do get searched. Even when I was like 10 years old, 12 years old, doesn't matter. As soon as I get to the airport, they take me in for questioning, ask me where I'm going, where I'm coming from, who I know, blah, 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 because my name is Muhammad. And my last name's also kind of an Arab, it's obviously an Arab name, but like, it's kind of a terrorist kind of association with it, which doesn't make sense, especially when you're 12 or 10. Like, I still shouldn't be stopped. Like, I'm not old enough to be questioned as a terrorist. I understand it's protocol, but at 10, at 12, they were like, if you were 2 years old, we'd still question you. I'm like, why? What is a 2-year-old going to do? But okay, all right, whatever.
I don't think. I was trying to think of other racial stereotypes. Also, I've heard that another racial stereotype is that Native Americans are more inclined to alcoholism. I had never heard that before I came to university, but I don't think that's true. I mean, there are some things that would probably lead to alcoholism, like, I don't know, your entire people being massacred 100 years ago, and then being told that it's not a big deal. That's probably a pretty good reason for drinking away your sorrows or picking up drugs. I mean, I couldn't even imagine, like, as a white person going through that, but again, like, there's still people, I think their circumstances is more indicative of their behavior than their racial background.
I gave you the heads up to use my face and everything, but racial stereotypes in social media. I would say one example of racial stereotypes is how black people are perceived as thugs. Because, for example, with the whole Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin thing, when you see them post pictures of them on sites, on articles, you most likely see them in like a negative light of them like putting the middle finger up somehow, some way. And you don't see it of like the positive pictures, like say like with Trayvon Martin just smiling. You rarely see that picture of him when they talk about him. Or with Mike Brown, him in his cap and gown at graduation. You don't see pictures like that with him. You don't see pictures like that with them. So that's one way you could see how racial stereotyping has like influenced social media. Another way is like with other stereotypes is black people, like all black people like rap music. Black people are unruly in public. black people are dumb. Like, it's just so many racial stereotypes that can go for both positive and negative for black people. You can write like whole novels on it.
They also assume that I practice some kind of martial arts, which is not true. Because the moment you'll try to fight me, the first thing I'll do is I'll scream and run. Yeah, because I can't defend myself. I don't have muscle. I'm weak.
Anyway, last but not least, you guys think our women are oppressed, that we force them to cover, when in reality they cover themselves because that's what they want to do, because it's a beautiful thing to keep your body sacred and not be like Kim Kardashian, who you guys worship for showing off her body, when in reality I think it's more beautiful to cover up your body and keep it for the one you love or the people that are important to you and not show it off to the world. But that's a different point, and I don't want to get into that because it might offend people. But other than that, so the most common stereotypes I could think of, there's definitely more for every race.
But while I might not be able to think about all the things that, all the different stereotypes in media, that doesn't mean they still don't affect people on a day-to-day basis. These stereotypes, they go out through society and they teach people things about other people. People will think that anyone who wears a hijab or anyone who has darker skin is like an inherently worse person. And while you may not be actively racist or actively trying to oppress people, you still have those subconscious thoughts. And whether or not you go through with those thoughts is really what is indicative of your character. And I think that's what I've learned after coming from university and trying to actively undermine all those stereotypes.
That's the daily basis that I go through, as stereotypes are concerned. But yeah. Bye.
Greetings, my name is Brother Lee, and I'd like to talk a quick minute about one of the stereotypes that I've seen over the past couple of weeks from the Ferguson videos that people have taken. And what I noticed is a lot of people who talk bad on the black officer. I mean, because it seems like the black law enforcement officers gotten grouped in with everything that's going on that's going negative. And I've seen them being called coon, house nigger, Uncle Tom. And I'm retired now. I've been retired for 10 years, and my background was law enforcement as far. I worked in the sheriff's department, and it brought back memories. I mean, I worked as a jailer for a few years, and I remember those inmates that didn't know me when I'd come on shift and say, "Oh, here comes that house nigga," or "Here comes Uncle Tom." And the thing is, first thing I would ask him, I was like, "Have you even read the book, Uncle Tom's Cabin?" Because if you read that book, then you know right offhand that the derogatory character was Sambo. Sambo was the one that was beating his people. Sambo was the one who was calling them out their names and doing what Master told him to do, as far as whipping his own people into shape. So, with that being said, I said the biggest problem is a lot of young people in the African community don't know our history. I mean, you'd be surprised what you will find out if you just do a little research. I mean, and keep in mind, I'm no professional I'm still learning things myself, and I'm fascinated all the time about the things that our people have accomplished. So, with that being said, as far as solutions to what's been going on, I talked to a white sergeant who works in LAPD. I had him on a conference call with the group that I'm with, and he basically said that they are scared when they go into the black community. They are scared of black people, and my question to him at the time was, if that's the case, then why do you have this job? I mean, because your job is to protect and serve. So his answer was kind of vague, but that's pretty much what I expected. So with that being said, I told him, I said the best solution is you got to get it out of the cars and get out and start walking the pavement. You got to interact with the people. And that's the only way that you're going to get things done and get things solved. I said, because at the time, y'all have zero rapport, and you got to build that back up with the people in order to gain that trust. So, I mean, a lot of people probably being stereotyped right now. Black hat, black shirt. Oh, he's just militant. Maybe. But I'll say this much. Revolution runs in my DNA. And with that, I'll say peace and blessings. And good night.
It's kind of sad that we live in a world where we still talk about stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe one day people will be less racist, stereotypical, and all that. But till then, good luck and peace all around the world, please, because we're against violence. Islam, the religion, is beautiful. The people in it, not so much. But as a religion, we shouldn't be judged. We judge the people. The same way as if a Christian person does something, you don't judge them for their religion. You judge them because of who they are. And we should be judged the same way. Because I'm a Muslim and I wouldn't even hurt a fly. Alright?
I'm a person, not a color.